Recently, we took the Bogan 32 to every circuit for its first drifts. And it was great. There was a lot of smoke. It unleashed the inner Bogan inside of me from my Australian blood, but it wasn't without issues. Started running a little bit weird. It was misfiring a lot. It was not happy. It was running crazy rich. There were flames shooting everywhere. And I guess we need to figure out if the motor's hurt before we move into the next stage of the build, stage 2. So yeah, today we're gonna find out if we blew up the engine in the Bogan 32. And I don't know about you guys, but there's one thing that always makes me nervous, and that's this tool. Just like you should be nervous if you miss out on any of the new stock that we just stocked up on at SAMMIT.net. It's always the last cylinder, the last one you touch. Well, I hope this hasn't done any damage, but I mean, these spark plugs are pretty fouled, right? You see how black they are? All right, pretty normal, but see how this still has an electrode and everything in the middle there? Well, this one has nothing left, which means it fell off and is in somewhere in the engine, probably went through the turbine, exhaust, all of that. This probably explains how misfire towards the end when it was not happy. So I think the first thing I want to do before we do a compression check, let's fire up the good old bore scope and have a look in there and see what's going on. So after checking all the cylinders, they're all pretty much the same. What I thought were like maybe a little pitting was actually just moisture sitting on the top of them. Just probably because of the temperature changes and whatnot, but otherwise everything looks healthy in there. I don't see anything wrong, and we could kind of like push the camera down on the piston and get it to look up, and we could actually see some of the tops of the valves, and they looked fine too. So I think we got away very, very lucky with that. Definitely not an ideal situation, but hey, if it worked and got through the system and didn't damage anything, we should be okay. My only concern now is if we damage the turbo, but from what I can see, it looks okay. I think we're gonna be all right in the end there, but yeah, that was kind of, it's kind of fun, but also nerve-wracking. Like, I mean, I don't mind. If this motor's blown, then we can get another one for anywhere from $50 to $100. So it's not the end of the world. It's just a bit more work. So we're going to pretty much have almost this whole thing dropped out of here anyways when we do the transmission swap and the wiring and all that. But yeah, I'd rather start with a healthy engine, which we're about to find out. All right, so let's get started on this. Let's hope we find... It smells so bad. I think I remember though, there might have been an air freshener in here. Ah, yeah. I think we'll go with this one. Can't wait to make this car smell better. Today's video is sponsored by Dashki, guys. If you guys know, Dashki has been a massive supporter of our channel from the get-go. I think they were one of the first sponsors that ever reached out to me, and they're also supporting us this year with our Formula Drift program. So make sure you head to dashki.com, grab yourself a bunch of air fresheners. They have so many different designs. It is ridiculous. Pretty much anything and everything you could want, they have, as well as scents. Look, strawberry milk scent, that's pretty sick. Bunch of different ones, burgers, yeah, I mean, you name it. Like, look at all these. Like, there's anime girls, there's more anime girls, there's more anime girls, oh my gosh. There's some kind of cappuccino, a catachino, I think it's called, and more anime girls. Anyways, guys, head to dashki.com, grab yourself some air fresheners. They smell great, they look great, and they're the perfect thing to help personalize your interior. Just make it that little bit extra. Use coupon code SAMMIT and check out for 10% off. And let's get back to the video. I was just telling Enzo, I don't know which one to start on. I always like start on one and work my way through, but usually on RBs, it's 6 and 5 that get low compression. So we're gonna start on 6. I'm gonna break our hearts right away if there's a problem. So I'm gonna crank this, keep throttle open, and we'll see what we got. Dude, she's healthy in 6. It's like just past 175. That's good. That's good, that's exciting. By the way, I have the fuel pump disconnected and ignition disconnected. So we're not gonna be getting any fuel flooding in the intake manifold or anything like that. Although it does still smell like there's fuel in there somehow. And that's probably just because how rich this thing is. So maybe cylinder 6 is a little down on compression. What? We just went to 210. 205. That's not great. Could also be that 5 may have like some fuel in there or something, which is sealing up the rings better, which I will test in a bit. We'll add a bit of oil to 6 in a bit. Let me just see. All right, number 4. All right, so that went to 200. Okay, it's a little all over the place so far. And this one's sticking around just above 175 too, like 6. Weird. All right, number 2. Sticking at just above 175. I think these are supposed to hover around like the 180 mark. So I think the other ones have higher compression because of, yeah, either there's still some liquid in there helping seal the rings more, or there's carbon deposits or something. All right, number 1. Consistent above 175 pretty much. So yeah, I think, what was it, 5 and 4 that were a little higher? So 5 and 4 probably just have a bunch of like carbon deposit or something, or some oil or something going on in there. If I really wanted to make sure that nothing weird was happening with the valves and stuff, I could do what's called a leak down test. I do have that kit here, but it's the Bogan 32 and I can't be bothered. If it has some kind of compression, I know she's gonna spool a turbo and she'll be mint. So we're gonna leave it at that. Compression's good, but we definitely need to get her some new plugs. And luckily I have a set of some nice SR20 ones from HGS that I'm gonna quickly throw in there. And those I think are 9s, so they should be able to handle boost really, really well. We got some fresh plugs in there now. I didn't have a full set of 6 of the same numbered plugs. So what we do is we have 8 number 8s in the hottest cylinders, and we have 7s in the colder cylinders on RBs. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. She'll be right. It's a Bogan 32. I will put a fresh set of full 9s in there once everything's like, you know, we've got everything set up and we're going to be tuning it. But for now, this will do. Let me plug the fuel pump back in. And let's make sure she still runs. Mind you, we don't have our dump pipe right now. A little flat from all the cranking. Runs fine. I'm just checking the turbine wheel, and it looks perfectly fine. There's no chips or damage or scratches or anything to that. From what I can tell, looks like we got away very, very lucky. Otherwise though, I'm kind of done with everything in the engine bay. Right now, we're gonna leave the car as is, but by the end of this week till next week, we'll actually be getting all the stuff we need to start transforming this thing, doing a manual swap, as well as full wiring harness change, going to a link plug-in ECU. We're gonna be actually using a wiring harness from the 32 GTST with the RB20 DET. All the plugs are identical, and we're gonna be changing the distributor to a cam angle sensor, and the plug is actually identical as well. So that's gonna really make things easy, and it's also like a proof of concept. I want these videos to be able to help you guys be able to use this engine package for your drift missiles and drift cars and stuff like that too, because it is a pretty stout engine. Like, this thing's actually gonna hold. I think we're gonna make 300 horsepower, and it's gonna be a great beater that's gonna be super reliable and not die. Touch wood. But that aside, that's kind of everything here. What I want to do now is actually start doing a bit of a treasure hunt inside the car. Always these old Japanese cars tend to come with stuff hidden under the seats and whatnot. So I'm gonna pull the rear seats out because I need to anyways. It's drift missile. And let's see what we can find. Oh, what's that? Oh, I think I found that piece to the door that I was looking for that went missing before. This is the little plastic piece that goes under the door card in like this area here. Yep. Now, it looks like this has already been taken out, or they never did the bolts back up. So, rear seat's already out, at least this part. I'm a little bummed. I was looking forward to taking that out. What's going on here? Dude, this is so like untouched. The fact that it even has all this and still in here. Ew. Nothing. No secrets. Sometimes you can find like weird Japanese like business cards and things, but I guess not. I'm sad. I was hoping to find something cool, you know? Like a tuna fish or something. What's in there? There we go. What is that? That's not a subwoofer, hey. Let me get this out. Oh my gosh, it has all of the, what is that? Bird's nest. Wait, is this could be why the CD stacker doesn't work. Dude, I would kill to get that working. Whoa! Oh, okay, I wasn't joking when I said there's hidden surprises usually in these cows. Jeez. It's a bird's nest if I ever saw one. I mean, it's not too bad. I guess it's just all the extra wires for the CD stacker. Man, I really want to get the CD stacker working. Oh! Wait, this was a factory option. This was a factory option. That's like a cooling fan thing. Not a cooling fan, like a fan to help blow air on that to stop it from fogging up. I'm not joking. I remember seeing this switch on the dash. It's this switch here, this little fan switch. This is a fan, I swear to God. Hang on, let me hook the battery up. Hear it? Hear it? Off. On. And all it does is blow air onto the rear windshield. That's it. Just to stop it from fogging up. Isn't that wild? It's coming out though because missile. So I'm kind of bummed because we haven't found anything, and usually like every one of my cars has had something weird in it. You guys know about the Evo thing. And the last resort is checking down on the quarter panels. Sometimes people drop things in here, but I feel nothing at all. I'm bummed, man. There should be something. Oh, give me something. Nothing. Wait. Nissan motor, 14 mil and 12 mil. It's kind of cool. I think this comes with the little kit that comes with these, but that's it. That's kind of cool. Nissan motor wrench, that's it. We found something! Mission accomplished. So now that we're kind of done with stripping out the rear interior and whatnot in the Bogan 32, I actually want to try and figure out the 25 transmission we have here. And just looking at the rear, like where the yoke and everything like connects for the drive shaft, for the propeller shaft, whatever you want to call it. This is huge. This is big, way bigger than this 5-speed SR transmission. I can see just by looking at the drive shaft for this. This is just not going to go in there. So I kind of knew that, but what I want to find out is I have a spare propeller shaft for a non-ABS S15 that is for a 350Z transmission, and I wonder if the splines match up with the RB25 one, because I know there were some similarities between this transmission that led to the CD09 and stuff, and I wonder if that output shaft is the same. So I'm going to quickly pull that drive shaft out and see if it matches, because if it matches, then I might already have a drive shaft that'll work in the 32. I just need to make sure if the center bearing will line up, because the center bearing on Sylvia's is on the second part. Oh wait, no, that's a one-piece drive shaft, so there isn't two pieces. It will work. If it goes in there, it'll work. Oh my gosh. That, as long as the length from the diff for the 32 and stuff is the same, but I could get that chopped and modified. Oh man, I'm excited. Okay, hang on, let's pull that out and let's find out. So the story with this drive shaft was that I got it from Mazworks, and that was for the CD09 kit that's in my S15, the SR one. Now, they have never really dealt with Sylvias, and they didn't know that the S15 diffs actually are a little bit longer than the standard S13, S14 ABS diffs. For some reason, the little, I don't know what you call it, but like the thing that connects to where the pinion is with the bolt, for some reason on S15s, it's anywhere from 20, like I think it was 30 or 40 mil longer. I don't know why, it was just something they did on S15s. It's a common thing that people actually don't know. So when everyone says that 14s and 15s are pretty much identical under the chassis, there's actually a few differences like that. And if you get an S15 diff and go to put it in an S14, like an ABS one, the tail shaft won't match up, it'll actually be too short. So there's a bunch of really weird, quirky stuff like that. But anyways, this is designed to be an ABS or non-ABS tail shaft, a one-piece one, and it'll work on an S14 and an S13 with either ABS or non-ABS. It's a little bit longer, so it fits both kind of thing. But it wouldn't work on an S15 because of that. But this might, if it's the same spline, it might be. This could work for us in the 32. And if it does, we're in luck. As long as the length is correct, which we'll find out right now. It looks about right. No, it's too big. Damn it. Yeah, it's definitely bigger. Ah, I got so excited. Really? Did I just put it in wrong? Oh no, there's so much slop. Yeah, nah. That isn't gonna happen. I got so excited. Well, that means this drive shaft will go back into storage and potentially be used at some point if I put a CDO9. Maybe I should just do a CDO9 swap in my R32. I don't know. But I do have this drive shaft spare for anyone that needs it. This is, yeah, too long for an S15, this one. Man, I'm mega bummed. I was really hoping that they were going to be the same. Oh well. Looks like I'm ordering a custom drive shaft. Or if any of you guys have a one-piece drive shaft for an RB25 transmission into a 32, ABS or non-ABS diff, I don't care, I'll run either. I have both available, so if any of you have a one-piece drive shaft and you don't mind shipping it to me, please let me know. Happy to pay for it, obviously. But yeah, I need one as soon as possible. Otherwise, guys, massive progress on the abandoned S15 this week. We've shaved up everything there, and the over fenders, those are all going to get panel bonded and then sealed with seam sealer. This will all be happening early next week on Monday. We do have a public holiday though. This side came up really well despite us having to plate up the top here. So it's going to come up really, really nice. And we've obviously shaved down all of the riv nut holes that we welded up. It's looking really, really good. I do have a piece coming for that as well. And this is probably the next rust thing that we need to tackle. But I'm probably going to leave this for the body guy because this is a glass out job, this and this. And they should be able to smash that out really, really fast at the actual body shop. Same thing with the rust here, under the seals here. That's very commonplace on S15s and R chassis. It's hard to see because of how dark it is, but there you go. Yeah, well that's it. Abandoned S15s coming together really, really nice. We'll have that done Monday, and we'll have the subframe in done on Monday. This thing in the rear will be ready to roll. Front end though, it's only just gonna start beginning. And hopefully we'll have that done in 1 to 2 weeks, and then this car will be a roller and go off to the body shop, and hopefully come back by the end of next month after FD. This could be ready for us to drop an engine in. Things are going to start moving very quickly now that we've kind of got all that mundane stuff out of the way and boring stuff. And then this thing too, in the downtime that we can't work on the abandoned S15, we're going to be obviously smashing this out. This hasn't really changed since we last looked at it in the vlog. We've just been, I just got Daiki to like pull this back and treat and deal with any other surface rust that was inside the fender. That's ready for me to weld up, and then she'll be good to go. We'll cut that all off, seal the same at the same time. Probably we're going to do that on Monday or maybe Tuesday. But yeah, 32's looking great. 33.4, that's next on the chopping block. The SR, S15, probably will be getting new aero kit and everything, hoping next month, as long as everything's all good and the aero's in stock and everything arrives, then this thing is going straight to Yashio factory to get the new Golf R kit installed and a new paint job, bonnet, everything. This is going to look amazing, just like brand new again. And that's pretty much it. Bogan 32, still waiting on parts to arrive. That kind of sums up everything for today. It's the end of the week. I'm exhausted. There's been a lot of things happening. Obviously behind the scenes, we've got some big announcements coming for new sponsors for this FD season, as well as just so much happening with the FD car. So next week's going to be probably cram-packed of content like that, as well as the abandoned S15 and maybe some 32 stuff. I would say that Bogan 32 content will be coming towards the end of next week, but it just depends on our trips up to Fukushima and things like that and how things go there. Plus Daiki is competing at Meihan next weekend, so I'm trying to see if we can shuffle things around to make it out to his event at D1 Lights, and I can suss all that out too, because I'd love to see him compete. I'd love to support him there, and I know a lot of you guys want to support him too, so yeah, I think that'll be cool. That's kind of everything. Big update from the shop. A little bit of a talking video towards the end here, but I'm sure you guys all understand new dad life and balancing all of that on top of everything else we're doing at the same time with FD. It's like the most busiest time of the year. Before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you, we have new sticker sheets as well on SAMMIT.net. Grab yourself some of these. They are awesome. Probably some of my favorite designs. And instead of just getting like one sticker, this comes with a ton of them. 8 little stickers that you can throw anywhere around in your car. We got the pink bits, we got the S15, we've got the SAMMIT official supporter of loud noise and pink bits, the OG 2015 SAMMIT logo. I love this thing. It's got me. Oh, I love the pink emo hair. Drift or die. You guys know the kicks, and then the S15 again. Anyways, guys, we need to wrap up this video. We've been talking too long, but if you did make it this far, you're the ones that I appreciate the most, the ones that stick through even the boring talking videos. I appreciate you to death. So let me know that you're one of them by putting the number 69 down in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks again, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.